Welcome to American rap culture. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe as we dive into today's top stories that are shaking up the hip-hop world. First off, DJ Khaled is reportedly in full-on scramble mode as he searches for new artists to fill the gaps on his upcoming album. Word around the industry is that he's been desperately begging Travis Scott to take the spot left by Drake, who has apparently shut him out. The irony of Khaled's situation is that he's been known for years as someone who constantly chases after big-name artists, only to give little back in terms of loyalty or genuine support. In fact, many have started calling him a derider because he's always clinging to the latest trend, hoping to catch a ride on someone else's success. His latest move shows just how desperate things have gotten. He's reaching out to artists like Roddy Ricch, hoping they'll help him stay relevant. But honestly, it feels like Khaled's whole career is built on this idea of finessing people, trying to stay in the game by linking up with the hottest names. It's hard to deny that he's a legendary finesser at this point, but that doesn't always win him the respect he seems to crave. Speaking of celebrities in turmoil, Nique, who's currently on tour with Cat Williams, made some waves when she publicly warned Shannon Sharpe to stay away from white women. According to Nique, these relationships are the ones causing him trouble, and it seems her prediction may be playing out in real time. Sharpe, who was riding high just a few months ago with a massive $100 million deal, now finds himself losing major opportunities. It's clear that Nique's warning about the dangers of mixing with the wrong people was not just a casual remark. Sharpe's situation has gone downhill fast, and though he may land another deal, it's unlikely to match the one he's losing. It's always interesting to see how the personal lives of these celebrities intertwine with their careers, and in Sharpe's case, it seems the personal is spilling over into the professional in a big way. On a more serious note, Big U and his co-defendants are finding themselves in deep legal waters. They've requested a year-long delay in their federal trial, as the feds are piling on evidence, 20,000 wiretaps, and a staggering 60 gigabytes of data. With all this against them, the situation is starting to look grim. These guys have been under investigation for years, and with Wack 100's relentless efforts to expose them, it seems like the case is moving faster than ever. Wack, always the instigator, has been putting the pressure on by revealing key details over the years. Now, everything's accelerating, and Big U's situation is becoming more complicated by the day. He's been vocal about his connection to Loose Cannon and others in the streets, making cryptic posts that seem to be aimed at throwing shade on his enemies. It's clear that Big U is trying to assert dominance, but at this point, his actions are only bringing more attention to the legal trouble he's facing. Wack 100, always a polarizing figure, has his own thoughts on the matter. He's been outspoken about how the streets no longer care about this type of drama. People are tired of the act, tired of the posturing. Wack's perspective is that people need to stop pretending to be something they're not, and just be real about who they are. He also called out Big U for being hypocritical, posing as a gangster when, in reality, his actions have been anything but that. Wack's comments speak to a larger issue in the industry, where so many people, especially in the rap game, try to live a certain lifestyle for the image, but when it comes down to it, they're just playing a dangerous game. If you don't really live by the code, it's only a matter of time before it all comes crashing down. Meanwhile, 50 Cent continues to put the pressure on Lil Meech, calling out his suburban upbringing and questioning his gangster persona. 50 has been outspoken in his criticism of Meech, making it clear that he believes the young star is trying too hard to fit into a lifestyle that's not his own. In a recent statement, 50 pointed out that Meech grew up in private school and hasn't lived the street life he's trying to portray. It's no secret that the drama surrounding Meech and his family has been building for months, especially with the upcoming season of BMF approaching. 50 Cent, ever the showman, knows that controversy creates buzz, and he's fully aware that stirring the pot will generate interest. The pressure is mounting, and it seems like both Meech and 50 are playing a game of chicken, each trying to outdo the other in terms of street credibility and public persona. On the legal side, Finesse 2 times has found himself back in federal custody after allegedly violating his probation multiple times. The rapper's been accused of failing drug tests and making terroristic threats in Texas, with the latest violation linked to an incident involving a 12-year-old. The situation is strange, to say the least, as it appears Finesse was hanging out with a kid who should have been at a trampoline park, not getting involved in these adult matters. The whole thing is bizarre, and Finesse's reaction, reportedly heartbroken by the events, adds an extra layer of weirdness to the situation. It's yet another reminder of how the streets can swallow you whole, and how easy it is to slip up when you're trying to maintain a tough image. Finally, Lil Durk's legal battle is looking like it's going to be an uphill one. His case is full of circumstantial evidence that will make it difficult for him to win, and even the best lawyers in the game know that it's a tough one to crack. Durk's lawyer, Drew Finling, is working tirelessly to get the case thrown out, but the evidence is mounting against him. Plane tickets, hotels, and credit card transactions are all pointing directly to him. The real Rick Ross, speaking from experience, weighed in on the situation, saying that it's crazy to see someone who has made it so far still putting themselves in these situations. It's a harsh reality that many in the rap game face, making all that money and still choosing to live dangerously. The universe can give you everything, but it can just as easily take it all away. And for Durk, it might be one of those moments where everything he's worked for could come crashing down. That's all for today's update. Thanks for tuning in to American Rap Culture. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more hot takes and insider news from the world of hip-hop. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.